Welcome to the other parts of the theory from a different state. Let's see what we have here. Let's go straight to the question. Make sure you subscribe, like, and stay tuned, watch to the end if you want to have a good grade tomorrow. NECO 2026, let's go. Look at question 1A. It says out of 930 students in a college, 450s are girls. 2 over 3 of the girls and 3 over 4 of the boys are less than 20 years old. If a student is picked at random, find the probability that it's less than 20 years old. So, if the total students is 930 and 450 are girls, let's get the number of boys in the school. So, solution to number 1A. Solution. We have numbers of girls plus numbers of boys give us 930. So I'm having 450 plus numbers of boys will give us 930. So the numbers of boys will simply 930 minus 450. What are we having? That will give us 480. Then we are told 2 over 3 of the girls are less than 20 years. So numbers of girls less than 20 years is now 2/3. 2 over 3, which is times 450. What are we having? Which is 900 divided by 3. Is 300 girls are less than 20 years old. Where the boys, numbers of boys less than 20 years will be, let's say the percentage, the fraction 3 over 4. So I'm having 3 over 4 times numbers of boys here, which is 480. Let's see. Yes. So what are we having now? 3 times 480 divided by 4. That will give us 360, less than 20 years. So what is the total number of people less than 20? Okay, let's find the probability for girls less than 20, which is are we having there 300 over 930. So what are we having? 300 divided 930. That will give us 10 over 31. The probability of boys less than 20 years is 360 over 930. What are we having? I divide through, I'm going to have 12 over 31. So the probability is either girls or boys will be 10 over 31 plus 12 over 31. Answer will give us what? 22 over 31. This is the answer to question 1A. So let's go to 1B. Go to 1B. It said it's also a probability. Let's see. 1B is also a probability. It said there are 9 red, 4 blue, and 3 green. 9 red, 4 blue, and 3 green. So the question says, if 2 balls are picked at random, one after the other, without replacement, find the probability that at least 2 balls are either red or blue. So let's go. Solution, question 2 now. Numbers of red given from the question. Numbers of red is 6. Numbers of blue is 4, and numbers of green is 8. So my sample space is now what? Is numbers of red plus the numbers of blue plus the numbers of green, which is 6 plus 4 plus 8. Answer will give us 18 balls. So they're asking of probability of red or blue. So my interest is red and blue. So probability of red is simply the numbers of red over the sample space. How many red do I have? 6 over 18. Then probability of what? I go back to the question. And blue, probability of blue will be numbers of blue over sample space. What are we having? Numbers of blues is what? Is 4 over 18. So if two balls are selected, it's of the same color, you probe. Let's assume two balls are red. First one is red, second is red, or it could be that I selected first one is blue, second one is blue. So first one is red, 6 over 18 without replacement. That is 5 over 17 plus second is blue. I have 4 over 18 times 3 over 17, which I'm having 30 over 306, which is 18 times 70. Here is now 12 over 306. So the LCM is 306. So the LCM is simply 306. Here is 30 plus of 12. That will give us 42 over 306. So if you reduce by 6, here we have 7 over 51. That is the value of the probability. So let's go to question 2. Question 2 says, a particle move along the x-axis so that its distance x from the origin after t sequence given by question 2a. 2a, x is given to us as 7t plus 12t squared. So we are asked to find the velocity after 2 seconds. We know that from physics, velocity is distance over time. So if I differentiate it by doing the x over the t, which is my v, I differentiate 7t will give me 7. If I differentiate 12t squared, it will give me 24t. So at t equals to 2 seconds, my v is now what? 7 plus 24 bracket 2, which is 7 plus 48. So v is now what? 7 plus 40 will give us 55 meter per second. This will have to go 1. Then we have to go 2. So define acceleration. Now let's see. We have to go 2 of it now. So we know that a is dv over dt. Our v is given to us as well, 7 plus 24t. So my dv dt, which is a, here will give me, if I differentiate 7 is 0, and do 24, give me 24. So dv dt now, which is my a, the answer is simply 24 meter per second squared. That is option A. Roman figure 2. Say 2b, so we should simplify. Let's go to question 2b now. We are asked to simplify m squared minus 2mn plus n squared over m squared minus n squared. So we factorize it up. Then the bottom is difference of 2 squared. What can I multiply to have 1? If I add, I have minus 2. Factor is minus 1 and minus 1. So this one now implies m squared minus mn plus n squared. Denominator is difference of 2 squared, n minus n plus n. So I'll bracket the first 2. I'm going to have m squared minus mn, and the last 2 mn minus n squared over n minus n plus n. So I will factorize each bracket. So I'm going to have n is common here. This is n minus n. N is common. N minus n over n minus n and n plus n. So I will take the two brackets as one, which is n minus n over n minus n plus n. So this go with this. I'm left with n minus n over n plus n. So this is solution to question 2b. So let's go to question 3 and see what we have there. Question 3, you say calculate the simple interest on 720,000 for 3 years at 5.5% per annum. Hence, find the amount at the end of 3 years. So let's see question 3a. We are asked to find simple interest. They give us the principal as 720,000. They give us the rate as 5.5%, which is simply 5.5%. They give us the time as 3 years. So we know that interest is principal rate and time over 100, which is 720,000 times the rate 5.5 times the time 3 divided by 100. So what we're having as the interest, so multiply and divide. The interest will give us 11,880.00. This is now the interest after 3 years. So what is the amount? We know that amount A is principal plus interest. Amount now is now 720,123 plus 11,880. That's now the amount. If I add up, what am I having as the amount? So from my end here, if I press my calculator, I'm going to have 8388.00. This is the amount after 3 years. That's question 3a. So let's look at 3b. 3b says, in a class of 75 students, the ratio of boys to girls is 2:3. How many boys should be added to the class in order to get the ratio of 7:9? So there are 75 students. Let's get the number of boys out of the 75 and the number of girls out of the 75. So 3b. Total ratio first. Total ratio will give us 2 plus 3, which is 5. So numbers of boys will be what? 2 over the total ratio times 75. What are we having? That will give us 30. For multiply and divide, I will have 30. So numbers of girls, what are we having? 3 over 5 times 75. That will give us 45. So they're not asking us how many boys must be added so that the ratio will be 7 and 9. So number of boys to be added, let the number of boys to be added be x. So that the ratio now becomes 7 and 9. So let's go. So I'm having 7/9, which is now 30 plus x, not ratio 45. So 7 over 9 is now 30 plus x over 45. If I cross multiply, I'm having 9 into 30 plus x equals to 7 times 45, which is 7 times 45 will give us 315. So if I open my bracket here, I'm having 270 plus 9x equals to 315. So if I collect like terms, I'm going to have 9x equals to 315 minus 270. What is that giving us? Giving us 45. So what's my s? My s is simply 45 divided by 9. S will give us 5. So the numbers of boys must be added to make the ratio of 7 to 9 is 5 boys. So let's go to question 4. Say, find the value of f if we have 9 into s plus 4 minus 1 over 10. Question 4, A. We have 9 into x plus 10, x plus 4 minus 1 over 10 is equals to 8. Make sure I'm writing the question correctly. Yes, so let's open the bracket on top. It will give me 9x plus 36 minus 1 is equal over 8. Sorry, over 10 is equals to 8. So I'm having 9x plus 35 equals to 10 times of 8, which is 80. So 9x will give us 80 minus 35, which is 45. So my s is simply 45 divided by 9. S will give me 5. So the answer is 5, question 4A. So let's get to 4B. 4B say s varies as y. S is 8, y is 4. Question 4B. So 4B, we have x varies as y. So now implies that s is what? Ky. So it gave us x as s is 8, s equals to 8, y equals to 4. So let's fix them to find the value of k. So I'm having 8 place of x, k bracket 4, which is 4k. So my k is simply what? 8 over 4. That will give me 2. So it means that my x equals to 2y, or when k is 2. Now they're not asking us to find y when s is 10. Y is unknown, so s equals to 10. So let's substitute. I'm going to have 10 is equals to 2y. Therefore my y is 10 over 2. What are we having? Y is also 5 here. So let's look at question 5. It said the square of the circumference of a circular track is this, the square of the circumference. So question 5A. So let's assume this is a circular track. This is the center, here's now the radius. The circumference is 2 pi r. What happens if we square it? I'm going to have c squared equals to 2 pi r all square, which is 4 pi square r square. So the value of the square is 160,000. Let me check to be sure. Yes, 160,000 is equals to 4 times 22 over 7 all square times r square. So if I simplify what I have, what am I having? So I'm having 160,000 equals to 4 times if I should square 7, if I should square 22, that will give me 484 over 49 times r square. So what are we having now? My r square will be 160,000 times 49 over 4 times 484. What are we having? That will give us 4049.6. So my r now is the square root of 4049.6. What are we having? Approximately 64 meters. Approximately 64 meters. That is the radius. Because it say calculate the radius of the nearest meter, which is 64 meters. Question 5b say the side AB and AC of a triangle ABC are produced to P and Q. So A is the common point. So A is the common point. So 5b. So let's say here is now A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, and C. Okay. Of a triangle ABC. So okay. So let's see. Let's find the triangle now. Let's just say side AB is produced to P. Side AB now. Let me extend this one here. Produced to P. And side side AC is produced to Q. Side AC is produced to Q. Then we are now told that angle PBC is 120, then BCQ is 102. PBC, the whole of this angle now is 120, and the whole of this angle is 102 degrees. So we are looking for this angle. So you should find angle what? BAC, BA and C. We are looking for that angle. So how do we achieve it? So I first find this angle first. Let's look for this angle. Here will give me 60 by applying some of angle in a straight line or supplementary angles. Two angles are supplementary if their sum is 180. So what are we having here? So but I have to put that to writing by saying angle PBC plus angle ABC equals to 180. I can put the reason supplementary angles. So let's see. I'm having angle 120 degrees plus angle ABC equals to 180. So angle ABC now give me 180 minus 120, which is 60. So if that point is 60, how do I find A? So I can use angle A plus angle B equals to angle C, which is sum of the interior equals to exterior. So we have angle A plus angle B is equals to angle C. Reason two opposite interior angles equals to an exterior angle. So let's go. I'm going to have angle A now, that's what I'm looking for, plus 60 is equals to 102. So angle A is simply 102 minus 60. What are we having? We're having a 42 degrees. That's solution to question 5B. So I go to question 6. So look at question 6 here. So question 6, so you should find the area of the CJ segment. So you can see we have a triangle and we have a sector. So let's get the area. So if BQ is 8, that means our AP is also 8. Let's not forget that. So the radius of the circle or the core or the arc from center O is 16. That's the radius. Then the angle sustained at the center is 60 degrees. So let's find the area of the triangle and area of a sector. Let's start by getting the area of a sector. Number 6A. So area of sector, formula is theta over 360 times pi radius square, which is 60 over 360 times 22 over 7 times 16 square, which is 60 over 360 times 22 over 7 times 256. If I multiply, what will now be the area of the sector? Area of X of sector will give us what? If I multiply and divide from my calculator from this side, I'm going to have 134.1 centimeter square. So let's also get the area of the triangle OPQ. So area of triangle, what are we going to have? Area of triangle is half PQ sine O, which is 1 over 2 times 8 times 8 times sine 60 degrees, which is at 32 times 0.866. So the area of triangle now give us what? Will give us a 27.7 centimeter square. So let's get the area of the segment, which is area of triangle, area of sector minus area of triangle. So area of shaded segments, area of shaded portion, of shaded portion is equals to area of sector minus area of triangle. So which is 134.1 minus 27.7. I will have, if I subtract from my end, I'll have 106.4 centimeters squared. That's now the area of the sector. Let's go to question B of it. It says calculate the perimeter of the shaded segment. Shaded segment start from PA, then the length of the arc of AB, then BQ and the PQ. So let's get the length of PQ first, then the length of the arc of AB. You can start with anyone, that's the length of the arc or the length PQ. Let's start with the length of the arc. That will be easier for us. So B, length of arc. Formula is theta over 360 times 2 pi radius. This is 60 over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7 times 16. When I be the length of the arc of AB. So calculate the length of the arc of AB. We are going to have multiply and divide 16.76 cm. So let's also find the length of AB. AB is sustained in a single triangle here. Here is AB, here is O, here is 8 cm, here is 8 cm, here is 60. To find AB now, we apply cosine rule. So I'm going to have AB all squared equals to small a squared plus small b squared minus 2ab cos big O, which is x squared plus x squared minus 2 times 8 times 8 times cos 60 degrees. So if I do go by that, that will give me 64 plus 64 minus 64. Cos 60 is 0.5. 0.5 times 2 is 1, so 64 will go with 64. I'm left with 64. So my AB now simply the square root of 64. That will give us 8 cm. So with time I've gotten, you cannot find the perimeter now. Perimeter would be the length of PQ plus the length of PA plus the length of the arc plus the length of BQ. So what are we having? Maybe 8 plus 8 plus 17.8 plus 8. What that gives to us? 41.8 centimeter. That is solution to question 6b. So let's go to question 7. I go to question 7a. We are going to have question 7a. It happens to be latitude and longitude. They gave us the latitude, the P, the tan P and tan Q. Then so calculate the two signal figure, the radius of the parallel of latitude. So you're not asked to draw the diagram, but you can just draw it for the purpose of drawing. So if I want to draw, I will have something like this. There is I have my equator here. Here is north, south, east, and west. So the angles given to me towards the north is 40 degrees north. Then the two longitudes are towards the west. So here is one, here is the other. So I just draw for the purpose of drawing. So you should find question 1. The radius, small arrow is big arrow cos alpha, which is 6400 times cos, what is the alpha now, which is the latitudinal angle, which is 40 degrees. So what are we having? That will give me 6400 times 0.7660, which is value of cos 40. If I press my calculator from this end, my radius now will give me 4902.7 kilometer. Then remember figure 2, so calculate the shortest distance which is a distance of great circle. So we're going to have, remember we've got 2 now. We're going to have shortest distance now. So with the difference in angle now, I'm having 70 minus 20. That will give me 50 degrees. So the distance is simply theta over 360 times 2 pi radius. So if I simplify, I'm going to have the distance of PQ. I'm going to have 50 over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7 times 4902.7. So what are we having? Distance PQ. And multiply and divide, I'm going to have 4280 kilometers. Then remember we got 3. So we should calculate the time it takes to cover the shortest distance at an average speed of 800 km per hour. So we know that speed is equals to distance over time. So the time now is simply the distance, which is 4280, divided by the speed, which is 800. By default, I'm now having 5.35 hours. That's not the time it takes. So let's go to question 7b. Question 7b. We're asked to simplify. This expression. Let me rewrite it. So 7b. We're asked to simplify 2 into x squared plus x minus 6 dividing 3x squared minus 27 divide x squared minus x minus 2 over x minus 3. So the up is quadratic factor. I can factorize the denominator, so the other side is also a quadratic factor. So I'm having 2 into x squared plus 3x minus 2x minus 6. The factor is 3 and minus 2. Here 3 is common. X squared minus 9 dividing. Yeah, the factor here is minus 2 and plus 1, so I'm having x squared plus x minus 2x minus 2 over x minus 3. So if I simplify now by bracketing the first two, s in 2 into x squared plus x, 3x minus 2x plus 6 over 3 into x squared minus 9. I can apply the concept of difference of two squares. So I'm having x minus 3, x plus 3. Here, I'll bracket the first two also, x squared plus x, and the last two, 2x plus 2 over x minus 3. So what is common from the first bracket in the first expression? Having 2 into s is common, x plus 3 minus 2 into x plus 3 over 2 into x minus 3 x plus 3. Let's change here 2 times, and now we invert. Here becomes x minus 3. So here becomes x into s plus 1 minus 2 into s plus 1. So if I simplify from here by taking the bracket as well, I'm having 2 into s plus 3 s minus 2 over s3, not 2, 3 into s minus 3 s plus 3 times x minus 3. Here becomes x minus 2 s plus 1. I will strike those I can strike out. S minus 3 will cancel, s minus 3, s plus 3 will cancel, s plus 3, s minus 3 will cancel, x minus 2. So I'm left with the numerator is just 2 over 3 into x plus 1. So this is solution to 7b. So let's look at question 8. Is a quadratic graph. So let's generate the table first, then you plot the graph. For those who are used to plotting graph, question 8, we don't have value for -1, 0, 1, 2, and 4. So I will create a table for those values only, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 4. So let's do that. 8a. So I'll create a table for that only. So here is x. It will give me 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. Here's now y. The value is now -1, 0, 1, 2, and 4. So no need to create all of them. So if I put in -1, here will give me 2, here will give me 5, minus 6. If I add up, I'm having 1, 0, 0, minus 6. Here will give me -6. Here is 2, minus 5, minus 6. I'll give me -9. Here is 8, minus 10, minus 6. Here will give me -8. Here is 32, minus 20, minus 6. Here will give me 6. So if I should draw the table for this, I'm going to have to complete the table now. I'll have something like this, which is x and y. Here is -2 is now 12, -1 is now 1, 0 is now -6, 1 is given to us before, 1 is -9, then 2 is -8, then 3 is given to us from the question, 3 is -3, then 4 is also given to us from the question, then 5 is 19. So this is the table for this expression. Y is 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. So question 8b say use the 2 centimeter to 1 unit on the x-axis and 2 centimeter to 5 units on the y-axis. Draw the graph. So you should be able to plot this graph by drawing your y-axis and x-axis. Here is y, and here is x. 2 centimeter to 1. Here, for every 2 centimeter, you put 1, minus 1. Here is 0, minus 2, minus 3. 2 cm equals to 5. Here is 5, 10, 15, 20, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15. So when minus 2 is -12, so above 10, 1 just a little bit above, there below 5, close to 9, close to 10. So you should be able to count it. Just mark close to 8. Here is -3 is here, then 4 is 4 is 5. Let me check. 4 is 6. 4 is 6. Above 5. Then this one is 19, very close to 20. Use your broom or whatever you can to blend the curve this way. Then the question C, he said use your graph now to find the root. 2x squared minus 5 minus 6 equals to 0. So 8c. So it means that my y is 0. So at y equals to 0, you come to your graph. Where does the curve touch the graph? They touch here and touch here. So the root should be root x now, which is the root, equals to, root should give us minus 0.9 and 3.2. Then it's not equal 1, not equal 2. So you should find the root of 2x squared minus 5x equals to 8. So we're having 2x squared minus 5x equals to 8. So it's not like the original equation given to us. So I will express it to look like the original. I'll write this as 2x squared minus 5x equals to 6 plus 2. I'm having 2x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals to 2. Therefore means that my y is equals to 2. So at y equals to 2, my x is what? I'll come to the graph now. Y equals to 2 should be somewhere around here. You trace it or you get to the graph. You trace it down, come here, trace it down. So I'm going to have at y equals to 2, my x is minus 1 and 3.3. Then Roman figure 3 say calculate the gradient of the tangent at x equals to 2. So come to the graph again. At x equals to 2, you are going to draw a tangent. So draw a tangent along this path at x equals to 2. So Roman figure 3, the gradient now, which is m, is written as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you should be able to estimate this from the graph or your own. Okay, that's the solution to question 8. Let's look at question 9. Question 9 is probability. It said the probabilities that Uche, Precious, and Godwin, we pass grade A1 in mathematics are 3 over 8, 5 over 7, and 4 over 5 respectively. Find the probability that only one of them we have A1. So who is the person? The chances of them having A1 is given. So who is the person is having A1? So we don't know. We know that question 9A, Roman figure 1. We know that success plus failure is equals to 1. So failure is equals to 1 minus success. So for Uche, probability of Uche fail to get A1 is 1 minus succeeded in getting A1, which is 5 over 8. The probability that Precious fail to get A1 is 1 minus 5 over 7. That will give us 2 over 7. Then the probability that Godwin fail to get an A1 is 1 minus 4 over 5. The answer will give us 1 over 5. So if only one gets A1, who got it? So we don't know for sure. That's why we have to permutate it to know who gets A1. That means I'm going to have prob. If we should get A1, that means Precious fail to get A1. And so what I will do, you put comma to differentiate it, success from a failure. So okay. So I'm going to have that is if you should get A1, Precious fail and Godwin also fail, or the probability that we should fail to get A1. That means Precious was the one who got the A1. Then Godwin also fail to get the A1, or the probability that Uche failed to get A1, Precious failed to get A1, and Godwin got it. So these are the chances or possibilities. So this one implies Uche get the A1 is 3 over 8 times Precious fail is 2 over 7, and Godwin fail is 1 over 5. Plus, which we fail this time is 5 over 8 times Precious got it is 5 over 7. Then God will fail to get the A1 is 1 over 5. Or which we fail 5 over 8, Precious fail 2 over 7, and God got the A1 4 over 5. So if I simplify further, what am I having? The up will give me 6 over 280 plus 25 over 280 plus, that will give me 2040 over 280. SCM is 280. I'm going to have 6 plus 25 plus 40 divided by 280. So what are we having? This will give us and 71 over 280. That is solution to Roman figure 1, number 9a. Then at least two of them got A1, at least two. So who are the two persons that got the A1? Roman figure 2, at least two. Let's say at least two. Who are those two persons? That means is the probability that who she got the A1, then who she got the A1, that means Precious got the A1 and Godwin failed. Or the probability that who she failed to get the A1, that means Precious got it and Godwin got it, plus probability that who she fail it, Precious fail it, who she fail to get the A1, Precious fail to who she got it, Precious fail to get the A1, then Godwin got it. So these are the conditions, or at least two, or the probability that who she got it, Precious got it, and Godwin got it. So what are we having here? Who she got it is simply 3 over 8 times Precious got it 5 over 7 times Godwin fee is 1 over 5 plus who she fee is 5 over 8 times Precious got it, that is 5 over 7, and Godwin got it is 4 over 5. Or the probability that who she got it, which is 3 over 8 times Precious fee to get it, which is 2 over 7 times Godwin got it is 4 over 5. Or the probability that all of them got it, which is 3 over 8 times 5 over 7 times 4 over 5. So let's simplify what we have. And multiply the up, I'm going to have 15 over multiply everything there by 280 plus, here will give me, that is 25, which is 100 over 280 plus, here is 824 over 280 plus 60 over 280. So the LCM is 280. If I add what am I having? So I'm going to have 15 plus 100 plus 24 plus 60. 15 plus 100 plus 24 plus 60. That will give me 199 over 280. Can anything divide through? Let me check that out. No. So our answer remains 199 over 280. That is Roman figure 2. Let's see Roman figure 3. You see, none of them got A1. That means 3 of them failed to get A1. 9A, Roman figure 3. That means the probability that who she fail, Precious fail, and Godwin fail, which is simply 5 over 8 times 2 over 7 times 1 over 5. So we can cancel our 5, we cancel 5, 2 here 1, 2 here is 4. And one side is 1 over 28. That is solution to question 9A, Roman figure 1, 2, and 3. So let's check 9B. Okay. Look at question 9B here. It said two Olutos two fair dice together once. Draw a table to show the product of the outcome. So 9B. So product of the outcome. The product is times of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Our multiplier is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Here is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Here is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here is 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. So this is the product of the outcome. So let's check question 10. Question 10 A. Let's check question 10A. 10A say T equals to 2 pi root L over G. Make G the subject formula. So 10A, we have T equals to 2 pi root L over G. So if I need G, I will square both sides. So if I square both sides, I'm going to have T squared equals to 4 pi squared L over G. Therefore, my G is simply 4 pi squared L over T squared. C squared both sides. So that's what we get. Now, question say we should find. Hence find G to the nearest whole number when T is 45, L is 8, and pi is 3.142. So if we do that, we're going to have G is equals to 4 times the pi, which is 3.142 all squared, times L, which is 8 over T squared, our T is 45 over 45 squared. So G is now what? So I'm having 4 times 3.142 squared times 8 divided by 45 squared. So G will give us 0.156. Okay, that will be the value of G, 0.156. Then let's see what we have in question 10. Question 10B. Let's see what we have. Question 10B says, in a particular guest house, the cost per person for an accommodation is partly constant, partly varies as is very inversely as the number of guests. So 10B. So the cost is constant. Let's say the first constant is n. Let's take a q over n. So this is the original expression of the equation. So we are now told that we are told that the cost is 800 for 24 guests and 1,200 for 18 guests. Let's do that. So for 800 for 24 guests, 800 for 24 guests, and then 18 persons 1,002. So I'm having P plus Q over 24. Let's take this equation 1. So for 1,002, I'm having P plus Q over 18. Call this equation 2. So I will say equation 1 minus equation 2. Now what I'm having 1200 minus 800 equals to Q minus 18 Q minus 24. My LCM here is 72. Here will give me 4Q minus 3Q. So here will give us 400 equals to Q over 72. So my Q is now what? 400 times 72. What are we having? 28800. That is Q. So let's find the P by putting Q into equation 1. So say from 1, I'm having 800 is equals to P plus, which is 28800 over what? Over 24, which is P plus 1200. So if I divide, I'm having 1, 2. So my 800 minus 1200, I'll give us P. So my P now is minus 400. So what's the original equation? We know that C is P plus Q over N, which is minus 400 plus 28800 over N. Now they're not asking us to find the cost for 42%. I'm going to have C now to be minus 400 plus 28800 divided by 42. So C is now what? Minus 400 plus, if I divide them, approximately will give us a 686. So C now is simply 28600. That is partial variation. That answer question 10A, 10B, I mean. Let's go to 11A. It's cylindrical pipe 3.5 meter long, has internal and external radius 5 and 7.5. Then calculates the volume of the water in pipe in liters, the mentals in the pipe in cm cube. So let's go. Let's do question 11A. So 11A, we have, let's say this is the pipe. We have another one inside. What is this hollow pipe? So the smaller radius, while here is the bigger radius. Here the length of the pipe is 3.5 meter. So in centimeter will give us a 350 centimeter. That equals 1 meter is equals to 100 cm. So 3.5 times 100 will give us a 3.5 cm, 350 cm I mean. So the volume in this case, volume of cylinder we know, V is pi radius square H. So for this pipe, I'm having V to be pi L, the bigger radius minus the smaller radius. So what are we having? V now will give us 22/7 times 350, open bracket 7.5 square minus 5 square. So V will give me, this goes to this, I'm having 22 times 50 into, if I subtract this to 3.5 square minus 5 square, that is 7.5 square minus 5 square, that will give us 31.25. So V now equals to what? Then multiply by 22 and 50, that will give me 34375 cm cube. But in liter, we will know that 1 liter is equals to 1000 cm cube. So the volume in liter now becomes, I'll divide that value by 1000. I'm going to have 34.375 liter. Then also say the mentor in the pipe. The mentor in the pipe. Calculate the volume of the mentor in the pipe in cm cube. Okay. The volume of the mentor now will simply just be, what we got 2 now. We just V now just be pi r square L. V now is now what? 22/7 times 7.5 square times 350. What are we having? Times 7.5 square, 22 times 5 square times 350 divided by 7. That will give us 61875 cm cube. That is it. Then 10b. Said a sector of a circle of radius this, an angle of this is used to form a cone. Find the radius of the cone. So let's see 10b. We have a sector. Let's say this is a sector with the angle here, which is 240, and the radius is 12. Yes, 12 cm, 12 cm. So it's used to form a cone. So this is the cone. This is the B radius of this cone. Let's call it arrow. Here is also 12 cm. Here's the height of the cone. So what do we do from here? We find the length of arc. The length of arc is theta over 360 times 2 pi radius. Length of arc gives us 240 over 360 times 2 times 22/7 times 12. So the length of arc, I multiply and divide. That will give us, let me multiply from my end. We're going to have length of arc will give us 50.3 cm. The length of the arc is equivalent to the circumference. So my C now is 2 pi r. So r is simply C over 2 pi. So the r will give me 50.3 over 2 times 22/7. For multiply and divide, the r will give me 8 cm. That is now the radius. Then the vertical height now. I will gotten the radius. I'll come back to my diagram. So here is 8. Here's 8 cm. To find the vertical height now, I'll simply apply Pythagoras theorem. So remember we got 2. I'm having L square equals to A square plus R square. Here's now 12 square equals to A square plus A square. I'm going to have 144 equals to A square plus 64. So my x squared is simply 144 minus 64 will give us 80. So my h is now square root of 80. That will give us 8.94 centimeter. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video to friends and others. See you in our next class. Stay tuned to this channel, recommend it, and have a successful exams.